I am smiling and greeting everyone this morning. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I'm the spiritual director of Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focused Ministry. And I know that in our neck of the woods, it's kind of cold. And I know that there are people everywhere. I had a conversation with my niece yesterday, and they even had a no school day in her town. So I understand the cold, but I have a wonderful opportunity for us all, wherever we're at. That includes those that are in the spirit of the warmth where they're at right now. And that is to join us in warming the field of life, not only physically in our physical experience, but warming the field of life on all levels right now through what I like to call our morning meditation. This is a time for us to mindfully set the tone for the day, for ourselves as well as the world. So I invite you right now to join us in simply being still. And just sit in the silence for a few moments. And I'm inviting you to drop into the heart space. Dropping into the heart space is just practicing heartfelt breathing. How good it is to just sit in the silence and just anchor in the space of peace. Our reading today comes from 365 Days of Richer Living. How to use the power of your mind for more successful living. And today's reading is entitled, I have a spiritual vision within me which beholds a perfect universe. We're going to start with 3 sacred readings. First, we'll begin with Revelations, chapter 1, verse 8. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end, said the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. In the Bhagavad Gita, it reads, But verily, thou art not able to behold me with these thine eyes. The divine eye I give unto thee. In the Mahabharata, it reads, There is but one Brahma, which is truth, self. It is form, it is from ignorance, that one that the gods hid have been conceived to be diverse. Spirit is absolute because spirit is absolute cause. Spirit as absolute cause is the beginning and end of everything. If we place complete reliance upon this spirit as being the adequate cause, then we have a certainly placed a complete reliance upon it as producing the desired effect. And let me just move this. I'm having a hard time because of the glare of the light. I apologize. When we give a spiritual mind treatment, we are using the absolute cause, which is the alpha. From it automatically proceeds the effect, which is the omega. Thus, the treatment contains potential possibility of its own answer. Jesus said, The words I speak unto you are spirit, and they are life. He knew that because he consciously dealt with first cause. There would be no question about the effect. Our lesson says that a lack of the realization that there is but one final power has given rise to the belief that in many gods. Some of these gods we call evil, lack, want, limitation, pain, death. These false gods must be deserted, for there is but one, which is truth's self. We're told that while we cannot behold the invisible presence with these physical eyes, the divine eye I give unto thee. This has an identical meaning with the sayings of Jesus, that spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. I have a spiritual vision within me, which beholds a perfect universe. Daily, this vision guides me to success, happiness, prosperity, physical and mental well-being. My spiritual vision is open. I am awake to the greater possibilities. I'm inviting you to sit with those words. Just breathe those words in as we continue to focus on our heartfelt breathing. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living. How to use the power of your mind for more successful living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Today's reading is entitled, I have a spiritual vision within me, which beholds a perfect universe. We start off with three sacred readings from sacred books. We start off with the Bible. This reading comes from Revelation, chapter 1, verse 8. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. From the Bhagavad Gita, but verily thou art not able to behold me, as these eyes, the divine eye, I give unto thee. And from the Mahabharata, it reads, there is but one Brahma, which is truth's self. It is from ignorance of that one that the Godheads have been conceived to be diverse. Spirit, as absolute cause, is the beginning and end of everything. If we place complete reliance upon this Spirit as being the adequate cause, we may certainly place complete reliance upon it producing the direct or desired effect. When we give a spiritual mind treatment, as we are using this absolute cause, which is the Alpha, from it automatically proceeds the effect, which is the Omega. Thus, the treatment contains potential possibility of its own answer. Jesus said, the words I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. He knew that because he consciously dealt with first cause, there would be no question about the effect. Our lesson says that a lack of the realization that there is but one final power has given rise to the belief in many gods. Some of these gods we call evil, lack, want, limitation, pain, death. These false gods must be deserted, for there is but one, which is truth's self. We are told that while we cannot behold the invisible presence with these physical eyes, the divine eye I give unto thee. This has an identical meaning with the sayings of Jesus, that spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. So I'm inviting you to engage right now in the discerning of the spiritual things, because in this experience we have all that is necessary to support us. So I'm going to invite you now to join me in fortifying this in consciousness. I'm inviting you also to support the idea of beholding the perfection in the universe. And this is through the power of the spoken word. Unmute yourself. We will speak the word. And as we speak the word, our subconscious receives this. We're speaking the word, and we're also influencing the chatter in the universe and all around us. So we begin. I have a spiritual vision within me,
I have a spiritual vision within me,
which beholds a perfect universe.
which beholds the perfect universe.
Daily, this vision guides me to success,
Daily, this vision guides me to success,
happiness,
happiness,
prosperity,
prosperity,
physical and mental well being.
physical and mental well being.
My spiritual vision is open.
My spiritual vision is open.
I am awake to the greater possibility.
I am awake to the greater possibility.
I invite you to simply breathe right now. And as we're breathing right now, I invite you to, within your consciousness, allow a time of remembrance. And as you allow the time of remembrance, we're allowing in this very moment the remembrance of the infinite possibilities. Just remember the experience of the infinite possibilities. That infinite possibility of good. When others said it was not possible, or we thought it was not possible, yet it was. Just breathe that in right now. And as we're breathing it in right now, I'm inviting you to allow that energy to go before you today. The infinite possibility is simply the expansion of the alpha, the play of the alpha and omega, paving the way and allowing for good to grow. I'm affirming it right now within each and every one of our lives and all of humanity. And what I'm knowing about that wonderful presence is that divine grace breathes and fulfills itself, stimulating the experience right now of peace and harmony. Divine grace as the comforting presence enlivened within each and every one of us, fulfilled within every atom of our cell as our physical being, fulfilled as the experience of prosperity, abundance, the richness of life, fulfilled financially within our personal affairs, fulfilled as life itself, giving and circulating in itself, breathing and allowing that same presence as the peace that passeth all understanding within all of our personal relationships. If God be for us, then who or what can be against us? No thing. Breathe. And as we're breathing right here, right now, we simply allow for this presence to expand in our thinking, mentally, emotionally, and we allow it to be the action of good in our lives today. Breathe, and we remember the action of good is love in action. Just breathe. Allow it to circulate all around you, within you, and as you. And in this grace, I invite you to smile and to affirm, and so it is.
So it is.
So
And
it is,
now it is.
and now it is.
Amen.
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 Ashe.
Ashe.
I want to look into your eyes. I want to thank you for an inspired meditation today. How blessed are we? I love this reading, and it is the perfect reading on the perfect day. And I'll share with you why. Because this is the prelude to our Pray Up Clinic. And we offer a Pray Up Clinic every second Saturday of the month. Our goal is to support and empower you in your spiritual practice. And why do we do that? It's because when we engage in spiritual practice and remember that it is a way of life, just like washing our face, just like taking care of our physical body and our daily lives, then what we find is that it brings more peace, more harmony. It supports us in growth. It supports us all in living a good life. And this is part of what sustains humanity. So today we're going to invite you to come to the Pray Up Clinic. Many of the parts of the reading were referencing the power of prayer. I'm going to invite you to come, and prayer, for your information, is spiritual mind treatment. That is the way we practice. I'm going to invite you to come and join us at 9:30. Come a few minutes early. And the reason I'm inviting you to come a few minutes early is because there's this musical interlude. And then our wonderful practitioner, Sandy Jenkins, is going to support us with prayer. And we do this monthly. But this month is especially important because we're launching our intentions. And so we invite you to come and to be intentional with what your year is going to look like. See, I know for sure Spirit gave it to me this morning that part of my prayer work is supporting and sustaining the care of my physical body because I want to be fully present in this year with people like you. I love you. I appreciate you, and continue to show up and experience this blessing. I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube audience.